the question is, sound bites from the internet indicates that the U.S. is leaning towards a former president to run again. That's because they don't know I'm running. I think once they know I'm running, then they will change their mind. But let's get serious. I am assuming that by law, the former president cannot be President Obasanjo because he's exhausted his term limits. So whoever that former president is, who I've heard the same sound bites, and I think it's Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida IBB, that the president said, they say allegedly the U.S. is leaning towards. All I have to say about that is, he was already president, right? Okay, so he is part of the last 50 years we're talking about. Well, they're making their own choice. They need to choose somebody that's not been tainted by that past, that is forward thinking, and I believe that I present the best hope for that. I think anybody, I don't care how well intentioned you are, I think at this point in the history of Nigeria, nobody that's been involved with government in the last 50 years should even step up to run for this office at any time soon, because you don't reward failure. You reward good effort that failed, but not bad effort that resulted in failure. You can't keep doing that. And Nigerians will be making a big mistake by going back to a failed administration thinking that is resolution. I think it's somebody that said insanity is knocking on the wall hoping it will open. Or insanity is doing the same thing over and over again expecting a different change. And I know my people are not insane. I'm not worried about that. I think once the people hear my message, I don't think anybody in Nigeria stands a chance. I really don't. The question is, what is the possibility that our grassroots effort will reach into the villages before 2011? Well, the answer is very simple. There are no jobs now. So we offer the kids jobs, getting our word out, and we compensate them adequately, they'll get the word out for us. Because there are no jobs, believe it or not. Recently, I think it was a bank that put up a vacancy for a teller position. One teller position, 25,000 applicants showed up. 25,000 people showed up for one job. They clogged up the whole street. So there are no jobs. Those 25,000 kids can help us distribute flyers in the villages. And we will use the means that Nigerians understand to communicate to them. Television and radio is out of the question. We're not going to abandon it. We're going to still use that, but it's out of the question because there's no electricity for them to watch TV. And every Nigerian owns a cell phone now. So we can send text messages, and there are so many ways. We are going out into the world with this information right now as we speak, so there's really no need for us to expose our strategy to the world, but we do have plans. We are also going to regionalize our approach. Like I said, we need 40 million people. If 40 million people vote for us, and everybody that voted last time kept their vote the same way, and we don't pick up any one of them, we just get the people that are not voting to vote for us, then we win. Okay. The question is, how am I going to get health care to the people? Believe it or not, that is a very simple solution. The state of Israel is got one of the most advanced healthcare technologies in the world. If Israel can do it, definitely we can do it. I'm not saying that we are better, but I'm saying that they don't even have any resources and they do what they do. But let me answer your question. This is very simple. Any community with over 15,000 people under my administration will have a healthcare clinic. This is something I've thought about ever since my days working in the healthcare industry, that everything we do in Nigeria breaks us up. We need to start doing things that's going to help us come together. You can have 10 different communities that are like several miles apart, and there are like pockets of people there. They all want healthcare clinics. But if you encourage them to incorporate, let all these communities come together to form one entity. Then you can place a health clinic strategically in their midst so that everybody within a circle or radius of about 10 miles can have access to that same healthcare clinic. So that is a doable thing, and when we get there, that's definitely one of the things we're going to do.
How much made accessible are they?
All right, Mr. President. My question is this. You talk about corruption. Within your administration in Nigeria of 2011, how will you get rid of all those people that you give that have contract to build roads and don't do it but put the money in their pocket and sit on it? How do you get rid of all those people and restore new contractors or engineers for the better people of the Nigeria?
The question is, how do you get rid of the corrupt people that are taking contracts and not doing the job that they're asked to do? I'm not going to get rid of them. And that's why I was afraid to answer that question. This is a simple fact. Like I said, right now in Nigeria, corruption is the only legal institution because that's the only way people make money, because they don't really care about taking care of the people's needs. When we try to change the culture to a more responsive and more responsible government, and people choose to be corrupt at that point, then we'll deal with that based on the law of the land that is prevailing at that time. At this moment, the people that are sitting on Nigeria's wealth, as long as that money is inside Nigeria, I am not ready to do anything to them, but give them opportunities to spend that money through investments. I'm not out to witch hunt anybody. I'm not out to kill anybody because they are corrupt now. This is the past. I'm not worried about the past. Under a new administration where we give you opportunities, trust me, those people that are stealing money in Nigeria right now is because they don't know that there are better opportunities to make money that is legal and more fulfilling. We give them the opportunity to make money, real money, where they can be richer. Now, don't get me wrong. You can get rich in a new administration, even richer than you are now. The difference is the poor man will get richer too. We are no longer going to have a society where the rich gets richer and the poor keeps suffering. That is what they have now because they want to be hailed as kings and heroes. That era is over for all the rich men. They will have to share the land with poor people now, and poor people will have to have a chance to lift themselves up from poverty by being hardworking, creative, and innovative, not by waiting to get a contract that they don't expect to honor. Okay? I don't blame a contractor that abandons a project because the project is 500 million naira and he's probably going to make 10% profit if he's able to do the project. But before he even does the project, the person issuing in the contract wants 20%. Now look at it, look at the mathematics. If they give you a project for 500 million naira and they ask you for 200 million naira bribe, well, you only have 300 million naira left, but the project is going to cost you 450 million naira. What would you do? You will keep the money because you cannot do the project. You cannot take money out of your pocket to do a project, right? So I'm not ready to blame somebody that is getting the contract without blaming the person issuing the contract and expecting kickbacks. So there are too many people involved here that are in the wrong side of the law. So we need to, first of all, establish a democratic institution, establish a free market institution, show people how they can make money by doing things the right way, and give the young men and women of Nigeria the opportunity to become wealthy if they're hardworking, innovative, and creative. Then we will be able to determine who truly is a criminal element. Thank you very much for coming. I'm really, really appreciative of your effort. I know we have a very small crowd that's left over, but we have a better Nigeria in front of us and we'll do it together. Thanks.